Watching Fantastic Crap. Yes, welcome to the very first episode of Fantastic Crap, hosted by yours truly, Movie Cat. Meow. On this show, we lovingly review and talk about all kinds of glorious B-movies and show why these types of movies are special and valid in the world of cinema. But at the same time, we poke a little fun at them. As for a bit of background on me, back in my golden years, I used to be a jump scare / stunt cat. So all those old movies where suddenly a cat jumps out of nowhere and startles someone or gets kicked out a window, there's a very good chance that was me. As you can see, after all these years, the gig finally started to take a toll on my body. So today, I am retired and talk about B-movies on the internet. Now, since the beginning of horror film, the genre has loved to explore the many phobias of man. Be it spiders, heights, or, black cats. Almost every human fear out there has been turned into a fright fest. And the little horrific gem we have for our first film to feature explores one of those fears, the fear of dolls, and is called, well, Dolls, of course. Dolls came out in 1987 and was directed by Stuart Gordon and written by Ed Naha, and is about a group of people stuck overnight in a creepy isolated mansion hosted by a sweet yet strange elderly couple. And their house is infested with all kinds of old-fashioned toys and dolls. So boys and girls, what do you say we get the show started and dig deep into the dollhouse of horror? I wonder what is creepier about these opening credits, the haunted melody or the feeling that you're being watched? Seriously, how am I supposed to enjoy these opening credits when there's a little face staring into my soul? Oh, good. The face is gone. Aw, damn it. Oh, well, this one looks like it just wants some cake. You know, I don't think I like these credits. After the not creepy at all opening credits, we are introduced to a little girl and her father and stepmother who are,
Baby, you almost hit them.
You want me to go back and try a second time? Unless you plan on levitating this thing, I think it's here to stay.
Oh, damn.
You gonna kill that kid?
Stand in line.
Charming.
Leave that thing here.
Teddy and I everywhere together. We're best friends.
Not this time, Tootsie. You'll travel faster soon.
Evil stepmother syndrome is always a terrible thing, but we don't have time time for that because shenanigans are about to happen.
Take a picture for that.
Right here is why parents should pay better attention to the kind of toys that they buy their children. Well, this movie is already friggin' fantastic. Oh, and apparently the little actress playing the girl was terrified of the monster teddy bear, which wasn't helped by the fact that the crew members would hide in dark corners and growl at the kid. Now that's my kind of film crew. Unfortunately, that was only a dream, and her parents are alive and well, and just as mean as ever, and they find a creepy old house in the middle of nowhere that seems deserted, so they decide to find a way in.
Nice going.
I got scared.
I don't know why, but I love seeing unfortunate things happen to this guy. Now, well then, they meet the owners of the house.
Got taken unawares by the storm, eh? They do arise rather suddenly around here.
Yikes! They broke into Vincent Price's parents' house.
This old house gets clammy when it rains.
Well, this is a nice elderly couple who look like they are about to introduce some old B movie for a late-night midnight showing on some TV station. I hope they don't try to take my job. We then find out that the old man is a toy maker, and the house is full of very old toys and dolls.
I get a hot meal inside you, and then I'll give you a tour of the house. Okay?
Okay.
No, movie. Don't do that. The old toy maker finds out that the little girl lost her teddy bear and gives her a doll named Mr. Punch to make up for her loss. She was probably better off with the evil killer teddy bear. Oh, and then we are suddenly introduced to 3 more characters. 2 British punk rocker hitchhikers who are, obnoxious.
Trying to catch some talent, around.
They're just kidding. No, I just thought because it was raining, you know.
You thought you'd try to freeze us?
Raining and the way you guys are dressed, I just thought.
What's the matter with the way we dress?
Come and sit over here, Ralph.
And the other, a salesman named Ralph, who picked up the hitchhikers and who is surprisingly lovable and charming.
Rosemary and June.
Okay.
Oh, jeez, I haven't seen a punch doll since I was a kid.
You like toys?
You like to play around, Ralph?
Oh, yes. No. I liked dolls when I was a kid, but of course I'm not little anymore.
I don't know why, but I already can tell that I'm going to love this guy. The little girl hears giggling behind the door and asks if that is where the fairies live. And then the old man tells her it's just a storage room and then takes her off to the kitchen. Yep, this guy is definitely going to be the best character of the movie.
Funny, I was just thinking about my dad. He used to tell us stories about how toys woke up after we were asleep, and they'd start to wander all over the house. Listen now, Gabriel, I can remember every single toy I had when I was little.
And they remember you, Ralph. Toys are very loyal, and that is a fact.
Yeah, yeah, we know. We've all seen the Toy Story movies. Also, Guy Rolfe, who plays the old toy maker, had to dye his hair white for this role, and it seems that he wasn't very thrilled when his hair came out yellow the first time they tried.
All right, look. You know what I'm going to do when we get out of here? Ship the kid back to Boston, screw the divorce settlement. Who needs an anchor, huh?
Yeah, we could be in Monte Carlo right now if it wasn't for the twerp.
Yeah.
Wow, such loving parents. But speaking of douchebags, one of the punk rock girls sneaks out to explore the house, looking for antiques to steal. Hey! Didn't I tell you to stop doing that, Marie?
But then, the dolls finally attack her.
When headbanging goes terribly wrong. Filmmakers had the little actress watch the other actress putting on her makeup for her death scene so that the young girl wouldn't be traumatized for life. So naturally, the little girl's parents refuse to believe or listen to her, so she goes to the only man-child that will hear her out.
Ah! You just about gave me a heart attack.
I have to ask you a question.
Yeah?
Do you trust kids?
Yeah, I guess.
Do you believe things they tell you?
Sure. Why?
My mom does too, but my dad doesn't. Punch always believes me. He's my best friend, next to Teddy, my bear.
Okay, let me guess. You got something to tell me, right?
You know, these two have wonderful chemistry together, and they are both pretty enduring and likable. I think we just found our two main characters. Ow.
Nothing in here.
Well, takes a load off my mind.
Looks like someone's glass of cherry Kool-Aid had a very nasty leak in it.
They follow the trail which leads them right to the attic.
Looks like it hasn't been used in years. Thank God. We better go down and tell somebody about this.
Wow, I had no idea that Barbie lived here as well. Neat. Anyway, Ralph decides to tell everyone something has happened to the missing girl. And well, it does not end well for him.
I don't know what's happened to her, but there's blood all over the hallway.
What have you done with her?
No.
What'd you do? Follow her? And then when she said no?
No, I was fast asleep in my bed.
That's right.
How would you know?
Yeah. Hey, you get away from my daughter, pervert.
Oh, no, please just listen to me. Look,
Yeah, the most likable, most non-douchebag in the house, and everyone instantly thinks he is the lowest form of scum on the earth for literally no reason. The whole world seems to be against this poor guy, and he seems to have the worst luck in the universe. Hey, that's funny. I do not remember walking in front of this guy.
You move away from my daughter, mister. I'm going to rearrange your face.
oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, why don't you and I just go look for the girl?
If you think I'm going anywhere with you, you're bloody crazy.
Oh, so now this guy is a loving, concerned father? Right.
Please, Enid, just give me 5 minutes, please. It's all... Oh.
Don't worry, Ralph. I'm on your side.
Oh, honey, I wish I knew what you were talking about.
You know, Ralph. Deep down inside, you know.
That was both hysterical and creepy. Can we just follow these two characters around for the rest of the movie? The heck with the other ones. Oh, and then the dolls attack the evil stepmother. Well, she never saw that one coming. Hey, if the Crypt Keeper can make puns, so can I. Bite me. The wicked stepmother then plummets to her death. Hey, that window broke before she even got to it. Oh, and then after that, more creepiness happens. The other rocker then finds her friend, who seems to have been keeping an eye out for her. Hey, that's the box cover art. And then, what? Where did these things come from? Is someone playing a trick on me? Hello? Hello? Well, the joke's on you. These things do not creep me out at all. Not at all. Well, anyway, and then the dolls attack the other punk girl, and she actually does a good job of kicking killer doll butt. But then they call in the troops. When the dolls vote you off the island, you don't come back. Hey. Did you guys move around? I'm watching you.
Oh, come on, baby. Let's not let this place spoil our whole vacation, okay? Will Mommy kiss Daddy and make it all better?
So, did the dolls go outside, drag the woman's body back through the house, and put her back on the bed somehow without being seen by anyone? I'll buy it.
It's locked. Let's just try someplace else.
Ralph and the little girl finally go into the doll room to get to the bottom of the mystery.
Once in the room, they finally truly encounter the little heathens of the house.
Gabriel said this was a storage room. Probably just the wind. Right.
Oh, Ralph, how I love you. But then the dolls reveal themselves to them.
Judy,
Yes, Ralph?
these dolls, They're alive, aren't they?
But then Ralph makes the very poor decision to play the bad arch hero and get all aggressive.
Why don't we just get out of here?
I don't think they'd like that.
Yeah? Well, the hell with them! Let's go!
Ralph, stop! You're making him angry, Ralph!
As you can imagine, it does not end well for him. The little girl then manages to get the dolls to stop and save Ralph, but they are not out of the hot water yet.
What's going on now?
Shh! They're trying to decide if you're really an adult or just a kid in disguise.
I've been trying to figure that out for years.
Seriously, how could anyone hate this guy? But enough of that. It's time to get back to the last living douchebag. Yay!
Please, Mommy, don't punish Daddy. Come on.
Yeesh. Will the dolls get this guy already? Seriously, though. Who'd find these things scary? Yeah, they do nothing for me. Mama! Shh!
That Ralph guy did this, didn't he? That psychotic piece of shit! I'll kill him!
More unfounded Ralph hate. The dolls let Ralph and the girl go, but then the father attacks Ralph. Now, that was a wonderful moment. Ralph may not be the hero this movie wants, but he is the goofy hero this movie deserves. Go, Ralph! Yay! Go, Ralph, go! Go, Ralph, go!
Do we have a hero now?
Yes, he is a hero. He's probably a prince in disguise or something. But even if he's nicer than you'll ever meet.
No!
You know, I wish Ralph would have gone on to be the main character of more movies. I would have watched them all. Anyway, at the end, the father gets the best of Ralph, and right when he is about to kill him, Mr. Punch jumps in and saves the day. Hey, I saw those strings. You done goofed, movie. Oh, and it's about time Mr. Punch finally did something. The father and Mr. Punch get into a big brawl, and while they are having their playtime, the dolls drag Ralph and the girl to safety. But sadly, the father wins and kills Mr. Punch. But the elderly old couple intervene and relearn some things. Seriously, what are these things doing here?
I'll do the same to you, you old witch.
He figured it out.
A lucky guess, that's all.
Witches. It was pretty obvious at this point anyway. The two go on to explain that they believe in the power of childhood and toys, and that adults can forget about the wonders of the child world, and that they'd like to give people who come to their house a chance to redeem themselves, and the ones that don't become dolls in order to make up for their past sins. And the father is having none of this.
She belongs in a juvenile home, that little punk. Helping that murderer. Come on, hand her over. She's my kid.
Being a parent is a privilege, David, not a right.
The man knows what is going on and that the dolls are killing people, yet he still insists on condemning Ralph. Yeesh, is this hate on an awesome person day? Oh, and if you're wondering what happens to the father, well, they needed a new Mr. Punch. He is turning into Popeye. Well, actually, he turns into another Mr. Punch, and Ralph and the girl wake up to find that it's morning.
The killer dolls!
The what?
You know, right now I would be more concerned about the guy swinging around a microphone stick somewhere in the room other than the dolls.
The killer dolls!
The old man then pulls out a note that is supposed to be from the girl's father, which says that him and his wife decided to leave for a long time and that they want Ralph to take the girl to her mother's and left them some money and that the hitchhikers went with them and that they dreamed everything. Totally believable, right? Well, Ralph, of course, is suspicious, and the old man throws the note in the fire before he can look at it. And before they leave, the girl wants to say goodbye to Mr. Punch.
So long, short stuff.
Let's go.
It seems that Ralph wants to get the holy heck out of there. Wow.
Ralph, are you married?
No.
Ever wanted to be?
Yeah. No. Oh, I don't know.
Have you ever been to Boston?
Yeah.
You'll like my mother. She's young and very pretty. Ralph,
Yes, Judy?
ever wanted a daughter?
You know, I would have loved to see these two come back to star in more movies where they both encounter more supernatural shenanigans, and it seems at one time the director was very interested in doing a sequel, and which would follow these two who now live in Boston, and Ralph is indeed married to her mother, but one day they receive a big package through the mail from England that contained the elderly couple, the toy maker and his wife, as dolls. I would have loved to have seen this, but sadly, it never happened. But that is okay. Ralph will always live on in my heart. So, Dolls is a fun supernatural little flick that sometimes feels like a dark horror film and other days feels like a family comedy, but it works. Also, it seems that at first they had a lot more gore effects and blood, but decided to cut a lot of it down since it did not fit the mood that the movie had started to develop. That is why it feels like a dark family film of blood and death. This is a wonderful gem of a movie with some wonderfully memorable characters like my boy Ralph and some very nice doll effects for a lower budget movie. I give Dolls 7 hairballs out of 10. Hey, those dolls are gone. See? I was never afraid of them anyway. Seriously, who's afraid of a tiny toy? Meh, what are they going to do anyway? Sit and look at me to death? Meh, toys, moys. I dealt with rats scarier than that. I love hugs.